Hello students, welcome and welcome back to Manrita Overseas. In this video, I will tell you conjugation but for irregular verbs that you already know, Unregelmäßige Verben. And if you don't know what is Unregelmäßige Verben, then go and watch the previous video, because if you do not watch that, if you haven't watched that video, you will not understand anything in this video. So go watch that first. Okay, so now let's continue about conjugation of irregular verbs. Now with the name you can understand the verbs that are irregular. But how they are irregular? Because they follow some irregular conjugation. For example, the rule is, first let's tell you the rule that where if you have any E in a verb, then that E changes to I or IE. Okay, for example, you have a verb called lesen. Now lesen is a verb that means to read, and this is a irregular verb. How? Because in this you can see there is a E in the verb, right? Not in the stam. This is the verb stam. Sorry, not in the endum. You have to remove the endum. Okay, so in the main verb stam you can see there is a E. So this E will be changed to IE. This is the rule. So let's do the conjugation. It will be ish. With ish it will be laser, normal E ending that you give. And also remember that this rule only applies to the conjugation of do, er, z and s. Only to these four conjugation you have to apply this rule, and not to any other. Okay, if you will change this rule with any other conjugation, it will be wrong. Okay, now with do, if you conjugate this verb normally without any this ie rule, okay, so what will it be? It will be like this. Okay, now if you know that previous video, you know that we have to give st ending, but here I have written only t. Why? Because I already have a s from the verb, so I don't need to add another one. I will just write t here. Okay, now let's see the rule. I told you the rule is that e changes to ie. So what I will do, I will change this e to ie. I will write IE and then the S from the verb and then ST ending. So it will be do least. Do least means you are reading. You are reading. Then with add, I told you that this rule also applies to air, z and s. So with air also we have to apply this rule, and again it will go like least. Now you will ask, with do also we have written least, with air also we are writing least. Why? Because with do the rule goes st ending, but since I told that you already have an s, so you don't need to add another one. And in air zs ending, so it goes t ending rule. Yeah, this is the rule with LCS of conjugation. So when I already have least, I just wrote t at the end, and it will be L least. L least, and this means he is reading. With Z and S also it will be least, same, because again the verb from the e from the main verb is changed to ie, and we have just changed the ending to t according to the conjugation rule, and this will mean she is reading or it is reading. Okay, and then with wir zz, I told you the rule is infinitive ending, so you don't need to change anything. It will be the original form of the verb lesen, and this means wir lesen means we are reading, sie lesen means they are reading, and this one means you are reading. Okay, this has a capital letter S and this has a small letter s. Capital letter S always means you, formal you. Okay. Alright, now last personal pronoun is ihr, and with ihr you don't need to apply this rule, since I already told you that this rule is applied only to these four conjugation and not to anybody else, not to any other conjugation. So it will be ihr lässt. Ihr lässt, and this means you both are reading or you all are reading. Okay, so just now we did an example of irregular verb where e changes to ie. Now I will show you an example where e changes to I. For that you have a verb called sprechen. Sprechen is a verb that means to speak. For example, I am speaking, you are speaking, he is speaking. So for that you can use sprechen verb. And this is also irregular verb. The rule is e changes to I. Again, you have to apply this rule only to do, z and s conjugation and not to any other. If you will change this rule, if you will apply this rule to any other conjugation, that will be completely wrong. Okay, now see, I will follow the same thing just like we did in lesen verb. So it will be ich spreche, I am speaking. With do it will be sprichst. Du sprichst. Now e is changed to I. I've written the verb stem and just changed the ending to st. So du sprichst means you are speaking. With ses also we have to change e to I. So it will be ses spricht. I have changed the ending to t and e is changed to I according to the rule, and it will mean he is reading, he, she or it is reading. With VRZZ, I told you it goes infinitive ending. You don't need to change anything from the original form of the verb. So it will be the original verb only sprechen, and it means we, they or you are speaking. And then with ihr means you both or you all. The rule is for t ending, so it will be ihr sprecht. Now with this I haven't changed e to I, it's same, okay? So you have to take care of this while you are following the conjugation to irregular verbs, that this rule applies only to these 4 conjugations, okay? And similarly, like I showed you, there is the rule of e to I or ie in irregular verbs. You have another rule where a changes to umlauts. Okay, so for that you have a few examples: fahren, tragen, and schlafen. Fahren means to drive, tragen means to wear or carry, and schlafen means to sleep. So all these verbs follow the same rule where a changes to umlauts, and this rule is again applied only to these 4 conjugations, okay? So you can do this conjugation for your practice, and that was all for the irregular verb conjugation. If you have any doubt, then you can drop a comment and I will explain you that in the next video. Till then, ciao ciao.